And some underground bars.
Sour Patch Kids, the last of some M&M minis. An underrated
My dog
M&M.
is angry.
I'm waiting for break for some pizza.
Oh, nice.
Otherwise, I'm jealous though, of the candies.
I have a barbecue
I mean,
chicken sandwich waiting for me.
Ooh,
It is 9 o'clock at night over here, so a
perfect
little
time.
past pizza time.
It's never not time for pizza time.
Already had that steak I made for dinner.
We're not starting it. We're not starting it, Ben. Don't you dare. No.
We are live. Welcome,
we're not.
friends.
Okay, we're not playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons today, though, are we?
I thank everybody.
We're just talking.
I am your Dungeon Master, Ben, and we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And as always, I have with me Bodhi as Reynold,
Hello, I'm Reynold, the cleric that doesn't know what he's doing.
Joel as Mordecai,
The pyromaniac.
and Chris as P. Crawl.
Your teleporting, portal hopping ranger of danger.
And tonight we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. Great. Perfect.
Every time.
Every time.
It only gets better.
And last game, when we left off, you all had overcome a perilous chasm, and you are leading a group of around 100 travelers to a celebration of sorts. They have told you that their god, their dragon Shinduris, will be coronated and will be the new light of Gira. And this happens to coincide with the summit that you've been invited to, Kurthak's summit. And so you've agreed to escort these who are slower among the followers of Shinduris. And you have agreed to lead them to Tom de la, where this party summit will take place. And last session, as you were struggling to cross a chasm that was just being swept with powerful gusts of wind, the bridge is being, turned into a jumping rope, essentially. You were also assailed by dragon mutants, and these are creatures that you've encountered in your past, and you recall that they're created through some spell that involves the eggs of dragons. And you encountered these last on Green Acres when you found that Rio was among them, leading them. Rio, of course, accompanied you to the Shrine of the Frozen Duke, where he met his end. You all barely made it out of that situation alive yourselves, and he was left behind after being struck down by Yakan. You recall he was also a dragon rider. So, as the story here continues, is there anything pertinent that you wish to do along the way? Otherwise, I will have the journey pass over the next few days as the storm continues and you travel along the frozen coast of Onthuld. These are forested hillsides, and they're riddled with dangerous creatures, but most of them stay away from you as you're journeying in a group of more than 100. And I would have the rest of the journey be mostly uneventful, except for the cold.
I am, of course, every night putting down my temple spells so we have a place to sleep that's safe and no one dies in the night and it's warm. Otherwise than that, I'm just keeping guard.
I was going to ask too, Reynold, if you still have access to that spell that lets you see what someone's doing, like spying on them.
I absolutely have scry. I have the components for it. I don't think I spend anything otherwise than getting the orb. I can do that.
Because I was going to say it might be worth looking at what our vampire friend is up to.
That's a good point. I think because we wouldn't want to stop the group from traveling very often. So I think in the mornings and then at night, because I can do it twice a day using a 5th level spell slot or more if I need to. I can cast Scry and kind of check what he's doing in the morning and at night, I believe. And I'm doing this outside the temple because the interplanar stuff messes it up, and I'm familiar with him and what so much. He makes a wisdom save. He can fail voluntarily if he wants me to know.
And
if
this is
he,
your gnome rival that has pursued you on various occasions?
Yeah, he appeared briefly in our little kerfuffle when we're trying to get those people out of the firehouse in Omnis. If he succeeds, I can't do it for the rest of the day and for 24 hours.
You feel something blocking your magic as you try to scry upon Nestix Sinster. I'll double check the name.
Well, for the rest of the journey, every morning I will try and attempt to scry on him, and if it works, I will do it at night.
Okay, what is my DC for that?
It is 18. It's a wisdom save.
Okay. Okay. And you're able to gaze in upon this gnome dressed quite nicely, wearing ornate robes. He sits in the Temple of the Light in Omnis when you first look upon him. Within the temple, you see a group of people with shadowy faces. There's no light in the temple now.
I can't tell if they're the 8 faces of Makazel. This is a different cult that we're going to have to deal with.
These look like common folk, but they seem earnest in their listening to him or being in his company. So
Great.
Not related to the 8 faces of Makazel.
Interesting. Well, good to know. I kind of relate to the group. Hey, our little gnome friend that called us war criminals and tried to kill us with the vampires is kind of creating a shadow cult with just the people of Omnis in the Temple of Light. So, it's kind of like putting down the light a little bit. So it's just be known that if we go back there at some point, we're probably going to have to deal with shadow people of some sort. There's a little check-in.
The exact opposite of Temple of the Light, right?
Yeah. It's
on the bright side, he's not hunting us down. So,
yeah.
Was that like a pun?
It could be.
Fair enough. Man, this trip is boring.
And you recollect that along the way, or rather, when you get to the Dragon Summit, Bartok had requested of you to gather intelligence. That also happened last session, just as a refresher.
Yeah. And he wants intelligence of the summit and not the path there.
He's more interested in the specific locations along the Mammoth's ancient herding grounds, and the presence of the dragon armies there, which would be further in to the coast than where you guys are traveling through kind of a wooded, foresty area. You would easily be able to travel there, but it would take, a day's journey. So nonetheless, you will reach what is a plateau upon a hill overlooking the town of Tom de la. And this is Shantia's Rose Garden of the Sacrament. This is a carefully manicured rose garden surrounding a single large fountain. And the whole group of you approach, and you will see there the fountain is a statue of Shantia, and the goddess stands with her hands raised to the heavens with water spraying from her fingertips. And this fountain rains upon the rose garden, and its waters fall carefully around the paths, so only upon the many rose bushes there. So it is a place of perpetual rain, but you can walk the paths of the garden and stay dry. And so, just as an overview, along the boundaries of this rose garden, there are 4 large lawns, like gathering areas, each one taking up one side of the perimeter of the garden, north, south, east, and west. In simpler times, people might have gathered here to picnic or offer thanks to Chantia. But on this occasion, each lawn is a territory that's been allocated to a different wing of the dragon armies. You can see Queen Locriana's camp, the Black Dragon. Her camp occupies one lawn, along with many of the main festivities. One lawn is for gold, copper, brass, and bronze dragons, and one lawn for chromatic dragons, and another for Shinduris that is empty. And as you approach, an elf in heavy armor, ornate, with a small company behind her, approaches. And she bows. Lord Reynald, we have a table arranged for you this evening on the north lawn. And that would be the Black Dragon, Locriana's lawn. Are there any special accommodations that you require?
I look towards my compatriots and see if they need anything or want anything in particular. You guys need anything? Want any? Maybe some meal?
Decent meal, wine.
Wine would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll be plenty of wine. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're all right. Yeah.
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 Very good. And you've arrived just in time. Dinner will be in just a couple of hours.
Oh.
I want to preface that I have attuned to the crown.
Okay, very good. I need to amend that the crown gives you mastery over wormlings. I misspoke and said young dragons.
Okay. Well, it still will probably come in handy for this. At least it's just a power play. At the very least.
Yeah, no doubt. I just wanted to clarify the mechanics on it before we got too far along here. Upon other lawns, there are fire pits with flames, reaching high into the dark sky. People of dragonkind are here, warming themselves and drinking from deep bowls of stew. You see their tournaments, for many sports and games, axe throwing contests, wrestling, boxing, chess. And there are events that will take place that you hear of. And chief among them seems to be a hunt, highly anticipated. Perhaps after dinner this evening, or perhaps tomorrow, whenever the queen arrives, is the word.
A hunt, you say?
Oh, that's right. And whoever has the most boar heads will win a trophy from the queen herself.
Oh, wow.
Not too late to sign up for that, I hope.
We assume that you and Master Reynald, your whole company, would be part of the hunt.
Oh,
just for the nobles.
Yes, of course.
Oh, wonderful.
What about a sport?
And that's, yes, because we are nobles.
I'm certainly of noble character.
I feel like Mordecai, having experienced participating in events before, it has not ended well for him. So I don't know if I'd be so eager to jump in.
As we're walking through, can I try and clock? I know there's different varieties of dragon riders. Could you also repeat that list to me? Because I got about half of it down. I know they're in all different sections of the gardens.
Oh, sure. Essentially, it's as though Queen Locriana has the north lawn, Shinduris has the south lawn, the chromatic would have the west lawn, and the metallic would have the east lawn.
Okay. And as I'm looking around at these different lawns, can I see if there's any white dragons of any age, dragon riders in particular, hanging around?
White dragons?
Yes, white dragons in particular.
We've
encountered a white dragon before in the frozen north and put him into the ethereal plane, so perhaps he's here and angry. or maybe he's not here and we're good.
So you scan the company gathered hundreds, perhaps 1,000 of Dragonborn, their squires, servants, whatever company they bring with them, these of such high nobility. And you do spot to what appear to be half dragons. And they are of white and gray countenance, much like a white dragon would be. And as you are gazing upon them, they actually approach you. And these two are twins. They're dressed also in gray and white. And they do look quite similar, of course, being twins, with long blonde hair and white and gray glitter thick upon their eyelids. And one of them turns their head at Peacrawl. I've never seen such a large goblin. And then the other says, oh, stop. As though she's made a funny joke.
Ooh, yeah. We don't, respectfully, sorry, not a goblin. Yeah, just because I'm green doesn't mean I'm mean, okay? So, I appreciate the whatever, but just not from around here. But
well, forgive my
goblin.
sister. What is your name then?
Peacrawl is what Peacrawl. It's my name.
Peacrawl, and you're with
Peacrawl.
Lord Reynold?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, excuse me. Sorry. Yes, I am. I'm his sort of his right hand, I guess you say. Just a sort of personal assistant, bodyguard.
Oh, I heard that
type of
Mordecai was
thing.
the right hand and you were more the left hand. And the other sister giggles into her ear again.
Reynold cuts in.
It's funny you say that because I am left-handed actually, so that actually works out.
Listen, Reynold has two right hands.
Oh my. And they introduce themselves. I am Isath and my sister Vita.
And they're humans, you said?
They appear as in a humanoid form, but with the head of a dragon and with tails as well.
Okay.
Head of a dragon and tails of a dragon, but otherwise humanoid?
They appear in humanoid form, like similar to a half dragon or a dragonborn, what they would look like.
Okay, gotcha.
Of course, you know our mother, right? Sagintha? And if you have heard of Sagintha being one of the most powerful white dragons in Gira.
Reynold thinks real hard if that's the dragon they trapped in the ethereal plane.
No.
He's trying to think of any other info. Nope, can't say I've met your mother, but I'm sure she's lovely.
I don't think so.
Well, our mother's invitation was lost in the mail. So were ours, but that's a different story. We're here to have a good time, but she won't be making it. Anyways, enjoy yourselves, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
You as well? Yeah. Have fun.
I turn to the guys after they kind of walk a little bit away. It's like, okay, so couple things. We need to get our situation figured out. Who's who? Because I'm a lord or something. I don't know, and I don't want people to be insulting towards you, Peacrawl, because I feel like that's going to be a common theme here. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they targeted you and not the. No offense, Mordecai, the man with the mask of a devil on it.
Hey guys, I don't think the Chromats are so bad. Like so far.
All right, hold on there. Slow your roll.
So far, they've treated me better than.
Listen, I'll be fine. I'll be all right. This is not the first time people stare at me. I don't look like anybody else here. I'm gonna get some attention, and that's fine.
Yeah, well, neither does he.
It. I think I handled it quite nicely, actually. You
did handle it very nicely.
So I will be my Lord Reynold of
this is weird.
The hammer fighting. I will. Yes, I can do. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be all right. He kind of like starts like straightening up his like little tunic, his armor and stuff, and like kind of cleaning up. It's like I can do the like respectable type of thing. You know, it's fine.
I think my title should be Lord Reynold, Servant of Bahamut, Carrier of the Light, and Bringer of Peace and Tranquility. Maybe that last bit's a bit too much, but the first two are true.
Okay. Well, since Mordecai seems to be the big hit here, maybe he handles any introductions.
Oh, Mordecai, please.
I'll just sort of stand back and just sort of be here to sort of draw attention. And don't worry, Mordecai, because it's fine. You'll be all right.
Mordecai, I am going to be. You're my crutch right now. I hope you know that throughout these next few days, you are going to be my absolute crutch. Please handle any and all social situations as you will. I'll have to, if I have to deal with them by myself, I will. Please help me.
I think I might have just the thing. I'm actually proficient in Draconic, so this is surprisingly and strangely the perfect situation for me.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Also, my experience is very limited, but a little bit of experience I've had with any sort of like, hoity-toity type, is that you just let Mordecai do the talking. You stand behind him and look just like disinterested in everything. Whatever they're saying, you just be sort of like, like you're better than it.
I hate that.
Oh
though.
yeah, it's the worst. I know, but like, you want to fit in or what?
I don't know if I can fit in, but I'll try.
Imagine the most knowing lord you know, and just pretend to be him.
What was that guy's name with the chainmail? Hillborough?
Ew, don't be him.
Yes,
who?
Be him.
I don't know.
I wonder if he's here, and he starts looking around. Like, it seems like an event he would be at.
Is Lord Hillborough around?
There's no sign of Lord Hillborough at the moment.
Probably hunting down another wedding ring.
Yeah. Don't remind me. Just don't remind me. Okay.
I'm waiting for another chat window to just pop up and Mitch show up and leave.
Oh God.
Mitch, if you could come in, please.
That'd be great.
And
there's in the waiting room.
A trumpet call and a loud cry to attention, welcoming guests to the feast on the North Lawn. Those who have been invited, of course. That is, the three of you, of course, have so been invited. And it would appear that dinner time, or what has been suggested as dinner time for all of you, has come.
Reynold will
accept the invitation.
Yes.
Yes.
We have some
graciously
small portions of noble food that won't fill us up at all. Can't wait.
So my notes are slightly jumbled as I was creating this, but upon the North Lawn there is a massive tent that is heavily guarded, and there are dragon elves wandering freely as you approach. They eye you curiously, perhaps uncomfortably so, their long forked tongues licking their scaled lips. Music emanates from a string quartet. You see, dragonkin, dragonborn half-dragons. Some of them wear ornate robes decorated with gemstones that resemble their own colorings. Many of them being escorted by fully armed cadres. Black dragons would be, wearing black robes, red dragons, red, and so forth. You do not see any platinum robes, however. You do recognize Acto here, and Periastocles, and some others. And there's a talented troupe of jugglers. Meat stew is being served with green onions and potatoes.
As a kind of early on power play, Reynold will take off his helmet and kind of put it on his waist. He kind of has a little place for him to put his helmet. He doesn't use it very often, but he puts it there, And out of the bag, he takes out the crown of the Dragon Watchers and dons it on his head. What's this crown look like again? Is it like a big, like, New England crown with like the red velvet and is big and large, or is it more of a?
I
It's
picture
Burger King crown.
I do picture it quite more subtle, more like a Burger King crown, but
Yeah.
just with 5 spires, I believe. I do have it pictured on a watermark, so my apologies. That's what it does look like if my description doesn't match up. And there are gemstones within, the peak of each of these, representing each of the chromatic dragons.
Right. Well, I don it with the black gem, probably jet or some such, facing forward.
A nice touch. And you do get looks from others in attendance, whispering to each other.
I look at every single one and give them a nod.
Very nice. Will you, for me, make a charisma check with advantage?
Of course. A charisma check. Wow, expect that to be a lot bad. I got a 0 and a 16.
Okay. And as people approach to offer drinks, they bow deferentially, and others nod in return, seeming to appreciate your formality as well as your beautiful ornate crown. Others, of course, see Mordecai and P. Crawl. I sense the ideas for Mordecai to be kind of taking the lead with any social encounters that might arise.
Please.
Actually, if I can use disguise self to don the colors of the Sun Dragon.
Of Shografles, the Golden Dragon.
Yes.
Oh, very nice. And
Pakral is sort of staying next to Reynold, but sort of like next to him and just a little bit behind him, and sort of taking that spot and just being trying not to say much, because he knows that this isn't a spot for him to for his little conversational chit chat. So he's trying to keep it to simple, nods and acknowledgments and nothing more than that.
I think Reynold would take off his pendant of his red encrusted hook that he sometimes uses as a spellcasting focus. He has it painted on a shield, which is what he mainly goes through, but he takes it and puts it over Pakral's neck as a sign that he is within my retinue and that he is with me, as a sign that he is hopefully not insulted or be spoken at in a
Sure.
negative way.
Understood. And as you do this very act, your approach, a stern-looking dwarf approaches. Lord Reynold, I'm Merut, the Red. And he kind of raises an eyebrow at the emblem that you passed to P. Crawl. Excuse me, to Mordecai. Or wait, I'm sorry, to P. Crawl, right?
To Pakral, yes.
I got it.
I kind of look at him and I say, "The Red," you say. Interesting. But I'm going to let my dogs outside so they stop barking.
Sure.
Because this is social
My
stuff.
dogs are
And this
going
is
crazy too.
This is important.
And he turns to you, Mordecai, as you are standing there, kind of in between, because you're supposed to be foremost somewhat. And what do you call yourself?
I am but a humble servant of the light, searching for the right path.
You wear the face of Belial. You must be Lord Mordecai.
So you heard of me? It
Indeed.
seems my name has traveled further than I'd care to, but so be it.
And Lord Reynold, I have heard you call yourself the Red as well.
Well,
Why do you call yourself that?
because it's my family name. Well, no, that's incorrect. That is a nickname that some people have given me because I had some anger issues in the past. Quite frankly, you can take it. No one has called me that in a very long time.
You would give me your name that easily.
Well, it's a nickname, so it's not my actual name, but I misspoke earlier.
Respectfully, sir, it's also not the name that he uses any longer.
Yeah, it's just Reynold to most.
No, to be, sir, you could be who you are, sir. This is Lord Reynold. He is the
Lightbringer.
Lightbringer.
The keeper
I'm
of
sorry,
Sugar
it's new. I'm still the keeper of the light, and
Bahamut's chosen. Yeah.
Bahamut's chosen, keeper of the light,
last cleric,
bringer of peace.
Last cleric. Can I make it?
Well, I thought,
and he actually does that when he gets it.
well, I'd have to beat you in a drinking contest for it, but this is much easier. Can I buy you all drinks or have
Can you
something
even
from
buy
my
drinks
private
here?
selection? You're right. We're not at the tavern.
Can I like try and see? Can make an insight check to see if this guy is like on the level and is less of a noble and more of a. I want to see where he is on the fanciness scale.
Okay.
I immediately trust him.
Can I have history checks from Reynold as well as Mordecai?
Okay. History check. That's 11.
Mordecai being the best read, and Reynold perhaps being familiar with something of dragons, being a
Carl's not a
cleric.
history guy. It's fine.
15 for Mordecai.
I got 11.
Mordecai, you know that Merut the Red is a powerful adult dragon. He usually seeks power in the mountains around Dodislang and deep below the volcano in the center of Anthuld. Is a little bit of a loner, which might explain his lack of decorum.
In Draconic, I will say it is our utmost pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And I've heard it is your mission to deliver sugar fleas.
Man, word really gets around.
Well, when you're him, you hear things. And I'm going to explain to them who he is.
As Reynold hears that he's just actually a dragon and not a dwarf, he's like, "Oh, yeah, you can have the name. You don't have to beat me in a drinking contest or anything like that."
I do enjoy them, though. You know, I
we
always
can
liked
have one.
Bahamut. When he and Sugarfleas ruled, it was a better Gira. Don't tell the queen I said that.
No, I think that's pretty apparent. And he kind of just looks up. And there hasn't been much light in a very long time. I'm getting on it. Believe me, I'm trying.
After you deliver the light, you will have to protect her, or she will need protecting. At least until she is large enough to defend herself. And he whispers close, the stench of ale upon his breath, into the group of the three of you. I don't think Locriana would like to concede the surface to her.
Yeah, I figured that much.
Can I take a quick scan around and see if anybody's paying extra attention to this conversation, or if
sure.
anyone is, keeping an eye on us or anything?
Sure, would you make an insight check for me, please?
You want insight?
Yes.
Okay. 23. It's not as good as my perception, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, this conversation has started to garner a little bit of attention from some who look like servants of some lord or lady, and they seem to be kind of drifting closely, perhaps within earshot. If they haven't heard what you've just said, they perhaps might hear the next thing.
Can I give them, or can I make a intimidation check to glare at them and see if that'll make them leave.
P-Crawl, would you like to act first, or is that?
I just as I notice the wandering eyes starting to land on there, I'm just going to use my limited telepathy to give Reynald a mental message of just a sense of being watched and just knowing that people are aware of them.
Sure.
With that knowledge, I gently touch Mordecai, and I gently poke him, and then I kind of like nod my head at the peering eyes and ears.
Then Mordecai, if you would please, with advantage, you can make this intimidation check.
Perfect.
You're gonna nudge him, and he's gonna cast Fireball. It's like that one.
Listen,
Okay,
Mordecai, take care of them. No, not that way.
that's not what I meant.
That's the only way I know.
Oh my lord!
Oof.
That's intimidating AF.
Sad enough.
And
So that's a 30 for
30.
intimidation.
these two, dressed in long black gowns, stumble over each other, and one of them shrieks out a little bit, and they look at each other quite uncomfortably. You spilled on me, and they just rush away, trying to disguise the fact that they were trying to listen in.
Who do they run to?
Nowhere particularly. They just kind of meld into the crowd and go over and perhaps stand where hors d'oeuvres are being served.
Okay.
I was about to say, I'm 6'6". I can see where they went.
Oh, they're still about, for sure.
Yeah, no, I know.
I lean into Narut, and I start speaking in Dwarvish at a low tone, because he's masquerading as a dwarf, so I assume that this is a language that he would know. And I kind of, in low tone, say, I thank you for the info, and quite frankly, the companionship. Not many believe in Bahamut and Troglodytes anymore, since they quite literally left. I'm doing the best I can, and I appreciate your support and your warning. I had an inkling of what would happen, but hearing it from someone who has more knowledge and authority in this field is reassuring. Thank you.
Well, let's share a drink later. And he claps you on the shoulder.
Oh,
and
we're
walks
drinking
off.
contest for sure.
Walks into the crowd. And Lord Kurthak stands. He's at the head of a long table, and he's a half-dragon, appearing so. His armor is made from intricately layered black dragon scales, and his head appears reptilian. And he says, I thank you all for coming to this most glorious of assemblies. I know that the reason was veiled in darkness, but be assured that our future will be revealed in light. And he begins a mild applause, which those gathered around the table also take up. There are perhaps, what look like 24 dignitaries with as many servants or squires at hand here in this meeting. So perhaps 50 gathered here of the most elite noble of these dragon kind. Now, the true reason that we are gathered here will be revealed. Our Lady Queen Locriana will take a lord who will serve as the light of the realm. Yes, we are gathered here to partake in the glorious wedding of our Queen Locriana, Lady of the Realm, to Lord Shindoris, the silvery light of the night. And applause erupts in the crowd. And cheers.
Applauses and kind of like whispers, so like, it's a wedding. I thought it was a ritual.
And there are murmurs.
That's kind of nice,
Wedding
right?
ritual.
Yeah. Okay.
Thing.
I guess it's a ritual.
This is fine, right? Like, this is all right. Yeah.
If it was another person.
And there will be many ceremonies for us to enjoy together. As our king comes, so come the grunion fish, and they crash with the waves upon the northern shore, the Plutonian shore. He seems to lose himself in a bit of poetry. He's quite enjoying. So in honor of our new king, we have a feast of the grunion. It has been tenderized and cooked so that you with dull teeth can smash and enjoy them. please enjoy these. We also have tuna and salmon, which are more preferred locally. But please make sure to enjoy a grunion in honor of the new light. And he begins applauding. Others applaud. He has a seat. And these are slender silver fish that glow like a dying ember. And actually, along this long table and the other side tables, there are large water tanks, tanks for these grunion. They're elaborate. They're basically, from our world, would be like a glass-blown hamster house, very intricate, for these fish swimming down the many pipes into different chambers. And they light the table as they swim. And a server is also at your table with a platter of these cooked fish for you to choose from.
I take some grunion and a salmon.
So I'm as a ranger type. Am I familiar with these fish? Is there any sort of weird? I mean, they're glowing, so there's obviously some unique properties to them. But is it just like a bioluminescent thing, or is there like a magical property of these? Is this going to make us? Is this some weird ritual thing?
You never can be too careful. Annually, the grunion will mate upon the shores, and they'll display this coloring, this light as they do so. And some people think it may have been spawned when Shograflees was appearing with irregularity throughout a period of nights. Might be behind this.
Okay. Okay. Then I will partake.
I look at this fish, this is grunion, and kind of examine it. Do I think I'll hurt my teeth if I bite into this? I know they cooked it to make it softer.
But you might try it. There, you can see through its translucent skin there are bones.
Reynolds not a big fish guy, but he can't really complain, so he's just going to take a grunion in this and just... Is there silverware? I assume so. He's going to take some silverware and try to use the best etiquette that he can, that he may or may not have knowledge of, and is just going to try and take a bite and see if he has a visceral reaction to it.
Mordecai, do you enjoy a raw or a cooked fish?
I do not partake.
Okay.
If it is not elk, then it's not worth eating.
That's fair. Also a valid option.
And one of the servers rushes off to fetch elk for you, Mordecai, hearing this casual comment to perhaps Reynald or Picrawl. And the grunion is not unpleasant, but it is very bony, and there's little meat on it. You can stomach it.
Oh, Reynald hates that. Displeased.
as we sit down, like Reynolds or Picrawl is like messing with it with the fork and everything, and he's trying really hard, and it's just not working. He finally kind of looks around, and he just goes, and just like sucks the meat off of the bones. And he just keeps doing that. He keeps like pretending with the fork and knife, and then when he doesn't think anybody's looking, he's.
And after doing so, it would seem a bit heathenish, but you see others gathered there, dropping whole fishes down their gullets as well. Some of them not caring much for table manners.
Which of these people are? What colors are these? These dragon folk. What? I'm just trying to get in with the crowd that I associate with the most.
Sure. As you do see, there are parties gathered in homage to different dragons. Those following the silvery light seem to prefer the use of silverware. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
Others, chromatic dragons, seem to have little regard for these manners. As you continue, you see the silhouette of a dragon distant above the coast, well over Tom de la to the north, growing as it comes closer, the black silhouette, and then it swoops down at a sharp angle, shrinking quickly, and suddenly there's a woman standing before you in a steel dragon mask. The mask is tinged violet purple like her clothes. She has wings and a sweeping black tail. Kurthak stands and fumbles his glass of wine and drops to his knee. "My queen, what an honor!" And he smacks an attendant nearby who delivers a trumpet call quickly and says, "The queen." And those gathered quickly fall to a knee or bow their heads. How do you all react to the arrival of Queen Locriana?
Oh, we should. Do we bow? We should bow, right? Bow.
I bow
Yeah,
deeply.
I'm gonna bow. Betrayal goes ahead and gives a respectable bow, not like a grovel, but you know.
Reynold has his arms crossed and gives a polite nod.
Betrayal notices that and adjusts. He gets about halfway down his bow and he goes,
Nope, you keep going.
"Oh."
Kurthak says, "My queen, what an honor." Locriana, however, does not regard Kurthak. She is quickly attended to, given a slender glass of wine. She raises the glass and speaks for the first time. "To our new lord, King Shinduras. And Shinduras will shine. He will be our new light. I'm sure that will please all of you." Her eyes flash and survey the gathered crowd, seeming to linger upon each of you for just one unpleasant moment before going on to the next attendee. "I know there are few among us who cherish the darkness as I do. Yes, Shinduras and I will join in the marriage of mankind. For the duration of one lifetime of man, we shall rule in union. That is why we will all keep in these forms for this event, I trust." And she looks about to some of the nobles gathered. "This is my gift to the people of Gira." And again, her teeth flash behind the steel mask. "May they remember it. Now meet your new king." And the light that has been circling the rose garden of the sacrament descends in brilliance, the light that you followed here. And the light is pleasing, but not blinding. And a pale light illuminates the rose garden like a full moon. King Shinduras alights, and the two bow ceremoniously to each other, each one wearing splendid jewelry and armor. The flames of the wicker torches flicker wickedly as the dragon descends. They're extinguished momentarily and then reignite. My queen, I thank you." And Shinduras turns to the gathered assembly. "I feel at peace among you. Be at peace as well. Let the festivities begin." And he raises a glass that has just been handed to him. And there's applause and celebration for a moment, and then Queen Locriana raises her glass and all are silent. "And yes, there will be a hunt after we feast. Whosoever brings me the most boar heads will have a piece from my private collection. Something of great value. Enjoy."
Is Shindoris in a human form currently?
Yes, appearing as like a draconic, essentially, half dragon.
just like the other ones were.
Okay,
Yes.
What is he wearing clothing-wise? Is he all spruced up, or is he just kind of
He
rags?
is spruced up, as you would say, wearing splendid jewelry and full plate armor, and he's also attended by 8 well-armored knights.
Okay, good to know.
And each of these, the king and queen walk away. The queen and her closest advisor, Shinduras, with these 8 attendings. And you just hear them mumbling, "Did you invite Sagantha and her daughters?" "Of course not." "Well, I suppose we can't ask them to leave." And their conversation disappears with them. And so the feast begins, and it begins with a display of militaristic mastery. Archers take careful aim. first at wide targets far upon the hill, and then jesters walk into the lawn surrounding the dining table, dancing among the rows of rose bushes, dipping and hopping, and balancing colorful squash and pumpkins upon their heads.
Betrayal is absolutely enthralled by the jesters, like a child.
Wow! Whoa!
That's amazing.
Man, you must not have very good entertainment where you're from, Betrayal, because whoa, my man.
And the archers swallow flaming torches and then breathe upon their knocked arrows. They let them loose to fly and pierce the squash and roots balanced on the heads of the jesters.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, it's just magic.
There's a show of magic also. People swallowing torches of fire, breathing into the air. They wear elaborate dragon masks, or perhaps are dragons themselves. And their fire breath lights arrows, and these arrows make careful, intricate patterns. Checkerboards and diamonds and simple things of the sort at first, and then they begin flying more erratically, creating vivid imagery in the sky. Scenes of dragons breathing fire against giants.
Reynold, can you do that?
I can do the first bit where I light the arrows. After that, no.
I could probably do the second part.
We could probably do that. That's not too hard.
With a little practice, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
They practice. This isn't the first time they've done it.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
It's
Why
fine.
dress up as a dragon if everyone's just a dragon?
Why dress up as a dragon if you are a dragon? That's my question. Because that one
well-
right there with the dragon mask, I don't know about the other ones, but that one with the dragon mask, that's definitely a dragon behind that dragon mask.
He's 100%.
That is
That's
low-key racist.
No, it's not.
We are at a dragon event.
What are the odds that this one man is a dragon?
I would say hi, personally.
Yeah, it's extensively high considering looking
You
around.
know what? You know what? I looked in the mirror. You're probably right.
All right, yeah.
I mean, if that sets off, if that's making you think those thoughts, then the rest of this event's going to be a lot more of just that.
The celebration continues, and a server approaches. Lord Kurthak invites you to join him if you would.
Of course. By all means.
And she takes you to a guard who leads you to a large guarded tent. Lord Kurthak has retreated into this tent. He stands again, his armor glistening in the torchlight from outside, being juggled by jesters on the lawn. With him are several others, and he introduces you. Lord Reynold, it is my pleasure. Thank you for joining me.
Of course.
I hope you have enjoyed yourself this far.
The wine was all right.
And
But the entertainment is lovely.
he nods. Allow me to introduce Lady Murthash, High Chancellor of the Peoples of Lord Turloflois, Eternal Flame, who regretfully could not attend this gathering, and her dukes. Two who stand behind the lady nod her heads. They wear full ornamental armor bearing distinct crests, both featuring red dragons. They are fully armored except their helmets are removed. Their hands are crossed in front of their stomachs and they stand in a relaxed stance. And you know Periastocles.
Of course.
And Periastocles nods, rises, and then sits again. Again, I am honored to host the Prophet of Bahamut and his company. I've heard of you, Belial Mordecai, master of the High Devil Makazel.
You honor me.
He nods in reverence. But what is your name, Planeswalker?
Oh, Nicolo. Sorry, Picrol Nicolo. I'm a new companion of Lord Reynald and Mordecai.
Yes. Well, it is my honor to host you. Please have wine and seared scallops with a white asparagus risotto.
Your hospitality is greatly appreciated, sir.
Now, I'm afraid we do have business to discuss. And he offers you all to join him here, seated at this private dining table.
The lady that's in the tent with us, her name's Mirthash, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and she rolls over.
And being High Chancellor of the Peoples of Lord Turloflois, you could assume she is essentially like a human representative of the highest order for this red dragon.
High Chancellor.
Similar to the position that Kurthok might hold as, general or leader of the army for that dragon.
Okay, gotcha.
Kurthok turns... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, just a really quick thing. Are there enough seats at this table for everyone to sit?
Yes, and a couple of others. A couple of empties.
Okay.
Yes, the two who are standing seem to be standing kind of in attention as guards of a sort. And Kurthak does turn to Reynald. We'll get right down to it. Reynald, you have slain Rio. He's not well liked, but he was the squire of Lady Mirthash. He gestures to the lady across the table.
Yes.
Is this the case?
Yes. I would say I essentially got him killed. Yes.
But you would owe Lady Mirthash 200 gold for the squire.
All right. I pay 200 gold.
Very good, thank you. I appreciate you being able to come together here, and in addition to this, something that might be a little more difficult, you have taken control of Green Acres after it was given to her, Lady Mirthash.
I never knew that she was in possession of said area.
See, my lady, a misunderstanding, I told you. Lady Mirthash sits quietly. And Kurthak continues, yes, it was a gift from the Queen, Locriana, for Mirthash's victory over the orcs.
Well, I will say that I went originally to Green Acres to rid it of a aberration, some fiendish squatters, and I did so, and it was a hard-fought battle, and I won it back. I had no information or no knowledge of a claim to the lands. I simply assumed it belonged to the nobles who were using it as a spa resort beforehand.
Yes, it was given to her as a gift after that, after you had reclaimed it from the cult. In your absence, it was understood there was no owner, and my queen did give it to Milady.
I would say, with protest, that it was claimed. We did hand over ownership of it after we rid it of a cult to the orcs that were so-called driven out of the land, seeing as how they were in close proximity of the area and they had ties to it before.
Then who did you give this to? You're saying that you gave over stewardship of the Green Acres to another entity.
Yes, I gave ownership over to Barthok, who is the leader of a orcish clan I am happen to be indoctrinated into as a brother by duty and blood.
You are a member of this orc clan.
Yes, and I will represent them here if so needed, because I am deeply entwined.
That complicates things quite a bit.
I would say so.
Yes, because as I said, this Green Acres was a gift for Mirthash's victory over the orcs. If a victory, do you dispute that the forces of Mirthash did overwhelm the orcs?
Reynald tries to remember.
Our lord, to declare war on the orcs is a direct act of aggression against us.
Oh, I mean no act. I do not mean for it to come across like that. Aggression has already transpired, and you do have my apologies because we were not aware of their arrangement with you, their allegiance, so to speak.
As you spoke, it seems that blood has been shed on our side, and land has been taken.
I did not consider it that way, but when you put it
should
plainly...
should we not be the ones seeking compensation?
Well, for the squire, we've already agreed and settled that you wish to be compensated for those orc soldiers who were slain in battle.
All that I wish to be compensated for is possession of the land and no more. I'll ask of nothing monetary. I'll ask of nothing material except the deed and ownership of said land. I understand it was a gift, but it seems that there was a bit of miscommunication between both sides, as I was not informed of it being said gift. I just ask quite plainly that I stay in possession of the lands, and that ownership that I owned was then transferred over to Bartok, who is the leader of said clan that I'm a part of.
To me, this seems fair. Do you have anything to add?
I say it's a fair deal. I need nothing more. I also say that the lands nearby are protected, as there is a town I am quite fond of that has many good memories that shall not be intruded on, shall not be...
Well, we can speak on
hassled.
that later. Right now, why don't we keep it to the business between yourself and Lady Murthash? Of course, Lord Reynold. However, I will make a note that there are areas locally that are important to you. As you know...
Can I whisper to Reynold's ear?
Go ahead.
Reynold. It might not be unwise to have them indebted to us. Now, I understand that there's people there you want to protect. So how about a compromise? Allow them the possession of the lands in exchange for sworn protection and the freedom to enter and leave as we please.
Renaud sits and thinks for a second.
It wouldn't be the worst thing to have an ancient dragon protecting your orc tribe.
I come back from being whispered, and I say, how about this?
Sure, and I invite your brethren to speak openly, but please, however you are more comfortable.
I hold on a second. I just want to confer a little bit more, and I whisper into Mordecai's ear, I'm not comfortable with them having access to the dark business that is there.
I'm sorry, mates. Real quick, can I just chime in on this? Because I overheard you whisper a little bit.
Of course.
I don't think that your orc friends will very much like that they're sort of renting their land from somebody else who's protecting them. And they're a bit of a bunch of proud folk, you know. I'll tell you what they'll say. They'll say, we can protect ourselves.
Okay.
And they'll get really upset about that. So I just don't think that's a good move for you.
All right. I whisper to Mordecai, I appreciate the thought, but I'm going to go with the original deal. And Mordecai, or Reynolds speaks up. I say we go through with the original terms that were set forth, with me claiming ownership and having no more clash over this. I hope that is acceptable.
Lady Murthash, what say you? Murthash says, well, perhaps pending the other item, I might agree. Let us move the discussion forward to other matters, and I will think on it. And Kurthak says, very well. I hope that we can come to an agreement upon this. To me, it seems fair. Periastocles nods in agreement that it seems fair to him, but doesn't have much more to offer. Now, furthermore, in a related matter, our scouts recovered the bodies of dragon mutants. And he looks at you carefully. How did you create these creatures? And his eyes seem to search each of the three of you, looking for, who he should linger his gaze upon.
Create?
I try not to look suspicious.
Oh, mate, I think you got the wrong. Sorry, excuse me, my lord. I think you've got the wrong group here. They didn't create nothing. We saw them fellas too. Had a bit of a spat with them.
You did.
Not create.
By no means allies of
trying to cross
ours.
the bridge over here. There's some enchanted bridge jumping around, flinging around like crazy, and we in the middle trying to navigate that, and a bunch of these fellas swooped out and attacked us. So yeah, not friends of ours.
And what of the ones at Green Acres? Did you know of them? And you guys had encountered, just as a refresher, you can choose whatever your answer would be. You encountered those dragon mutants for the first time alongside Rio. He was leading a small cadre of them.
I must admit that if I did encounter these dragon folk at Green Acres, I have no recollection of them. I will say that despite any matter of me being in contact with them or having any association with them, I will say that I don't. They are no allies of ours. In fact, as we encountered them on the bridge on the journey over here, I was trying to think of a way I could maybe possibly rid them of whatever affliction they had.
How many of them were there?
The ones we encountered, they seemed to swoop in between the crevices in the chasm that we crossed. There was about 5 or 6 with one big one that was mutated, stronger than the others.
God damn it! And he slams the table, his drink splashing upon the table. This ritual to make these creatures requires a dragon egg as a component. Each of these is a lost dragon egg. Several eggs are missing from the nest of Kundriog the Lusterful. It is clear that someone or something has taken these eggs, performed this act of treachery. Lady Mathash, what do you know of this? They were at Green Acres. I know nothing of this. I would not suffer such an act, my lord, she responds. And can I have, please, a persuasion group with advantage from Reynold, please?
Okay.
And the advantage being granted by the conference of the party and your collective perspective on the situation.
Very good. I'll do persuasion. I have my stone of good luck. Oh, it's canceling out the negative one. That's why. Okay, it's just there's a straight roll. 19 flat.
Not bad.
And then you swear by Bahamut that you did not create these creatures? Kerthak asks you.
Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. No, I did not create them. I want to restore them.
And you then swear by Turloflor's eternal flame, and she does. Then it is a mystery how the eggs were taken from Dragon's Deep, he says.
Can I make an insight check on her?
Yes, please. You can.
Can I make an insight check on him?
Yes, you can.
Can I make an insight check on Parasticles?
Yes.
That's a 6.
Mine's a 22.
Mine's also 22.
Mordecai, she seems very unlikable. Hard to read, but something you don't like about how she's been so quiet all along. P. Crawl, you sense that Karthak does not believe her and is quite suspicious of her involvement in this. Reynold, you sense that Periastocles is reviewing his notes because he made an error several days ago on this one account, and he's trying to discover that error while you all discuss this.
Okay. And Kurthak is the one that was talking with us earlier that was kind of trash talking the queen with us earlier. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. No. Kurthak is like the queen's, the leader of the queen's armies. So this is like the head personnel of the Black Dragons. Yeah, the Mirut would be the red from earlier. And he kind of just went to a different part of the party. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So, but it seems like, okay.
Well, then in related matters, and forgive me for discussing so matters at once, but I have many meetings to attend to, and this might be the only chance that we have to meet.
That's all right.
I appreciate it greatly. I understand.
Periastocles has suggested that Reynold become the Watcher of Dragons. And Periastocles says, yes, he does not suffer from the greed of the realm. That is your official opinion. That is the truth. And this is when Murthash speaks up. She says, but it is my god, Turloflos, who watches the robes and scepter. And surely Turloflos would choose me to watch the dragons. Periastocles rebuts, it is not Turloflos' choice to make. He is not keeper of the hoard.
I fear that none of us can really know the decisions of one single person can make, or their opinions, no matter how well you know them. I understand that you are the High Chancellor of your Dragon Lord, but perhaps I can have some recourse with him to make it go more smoothly, though as Periastically said, he is not keeper of the hoard. Respectfully.
Reynold carries the last blessing of Bahamut, says Periastocles. Shograflis, the golden dragon herself, entrusted to Reynold. Kurthak says, I've heard enough. Murthash, you will accompany Reynold and his company to Dragon's Deep. You will give them dragon elves to ride, and you will help them. Understood. And Murthash bows her head. And Kurthak, does that abide you, Lord Reynold? Then you will have a guide.
But of course.
Much more experienced riders, dare I say.
Understandable.
This is of utmost importance to all of us. I'm sure we can all come together and make sure that Reynold is delivered to the robes and scepter, that he may then go to Dragon's Deep. Now, it is time. Enough of that. I'm sorry, we must close our last moment of business. Murthash. And Lady Murthash agrees to the terms set out as far as ownership of Green Acres and her being forgiven of attacking what is considered your army, the orcs of the Flegvula Gongumen. Now, it is time. We will honor our queen and king with a hunt to symbolize our majesty over the people and creatures of Gira. Good luck to you, my lords. And Kurthak exits the tent and loudly proclaims, release the beasts! And there is, again, trumpets.
Wow, immediately.
And cheering. And you hear the clatter of silverware and plates and chairs upending as everybody rushes to grab their arms and hunt as many boar as they can.
I look over to Lady Murthash and I say, it's been a pleasure to meet you, and I will look forward to us working together in the future. And then I grab my two right-hand men, and I bring us out of the tent. And then I want us to move along so it looks like we're racing towards the hunt. Well, we are, but I also want to have a private moment so we can discuss what just happened.
Lady Mirtha says, "Good hunting," and kind of lets her gaze watch you leave. And you would find the group of you would find yourselves together alone amidst many people, but they're all rushing and bustling about.
Wow, that was the most diplomatic I've ever been. Oh, Lord. Bahamut saved me. That was a lot.
Yeah, did anybody else notice how much he hates the queen too?
No.
Yeah, he doesn't trust her.
That's good, I guess.
Really?
When he was
not good.
Yeah,
She's
you didn't
fine.
catch his whole when he was like, oh, I guess it's just a mystery then. Yeah, it was real. It was real. You didn't catch that attitude?
I didn't.
Oh wait,
catch
hang
that
on a
at
second.
all.
And as the boars are starting to like kind of disappear out into the woods and whatnot, I'm gonna cast locate creature on myself, and so I can locate the exact location of any boar within 1,000 feet of me.
Okay.
Oh
well played.
my! That's it. It's
and
over.
I'm gonna load up all my. I'm assuming I was able to pick up some extra arrows on the way out, so I could reload my quiver. And
Absolutely. There's a whole wall of bows and arrows and crossbows.
Yeah, I'm gonna go catch all of. How many boars were released? Did I get a see?
Many dozens.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna bring back.
Do we know if magic's allowed?
There's been no mention.
They didn't say it wasn't.
Well, it's not in the rules. It's not against the rules.
And Mordecai,
Yes.
how do you proceed?
With fireball.
Let's end this.
There
fight.
we win.
I won.
Mordecai had expressed reluctance at taking part in the hunt. Will he be joining the festivities?
I think it's better to become a dragon than a demon, so let's go with that. Can't be worse than where I'm at.
Might be an upgrade, honestly.
Okay. And P-Crawl, you have honed in on these boar, and you lead your party easily towards easy prey. Let's, though, take a break from the adventure, refill our drinks, and we'll be back in 12 minutes at 7:40 Pacific. Then the adventure continues.
Sounds good.
We are back live. As we finish up our break here, clarifying some notes regarding what just went down.
Yeah.
Any other characters need clarification?
Anybody
Kurthak is
else?
the main general.
I don't think so.
The dragon queen that we had our discussion with.
She's a
Mirthash.
high chancellor, and she's just like a human. I don't think she's a dragon.
Right, she is not a dragon.
She's just a girl.
In the same way that Kurthak is, they'd be either half dragons or dragonborn, something close, but not actual dragons themselves. They would be leaders of the humanoid armies that follow these dragons. And the way that Queen Locriana and Shinduras will, be being wed for one lifetime of man, is kind of, part of the reasoning behind why everybody has assumed these humanoid forms for this occasion.
I get it.
But so, as Lord Kurthak has said, the hunt will commence, and now it is time. And you follow P. Crawl, who can hone in on these boar as though they're basically in sight, right?
As long any of them within 1,000 feet of me, I know I know the direction of their location, and if they're moving, I know the direction of their movement, so
Okay.
I can basically hone in on them.
Right off the bat, you easily find two and take down a couple of boar.
Okay.
And the queen has asked for their heads. It seems like most of the hunters have squires or servants that will be carrying their boar heads, as well as tending to cutting them off. The three of you, though, do not have any squires or servants.
We got like 4 bags of holding.
Yeah.
All right. You think you all could cut the heads off these first couple, and I'll keep moving.
Yeah,
Just chuck them in.
I got a shorter sharpness. I'm just gonna take out and just. I'm not attuned to it, but it's a sharp sword, so I'm just gonna go and just try and cut them or saw them off.
An entire boar is a little bit large to fit into the bag of holding. So probably need to remove the head for ease of transportation here. So you tend to the boar that are easily slain by P-Crawl, and his hunter senses have just taken over his instincts, and he's going
He's in
deep
his
into
element.
the forest. This is a dark, snowy forest, very wooded, and P-Crawl, you found a path revealed by large stones showing through the snow on the ground, and you see that many boar have passed this way. Many of them have moved beyond the periphery of your vision, the 1,000 feet. But you know that there is a group just ahead, several of them. And you hear a distant roaring. Will you make a perception check, please?
Gusto. Perception. 22.
Well, at first it seems like the fiercest boar cry that you've been witness to, but then you hear the tones of a dragon's roar within, and indeed there is some dragon roaring in the distance. You see the dark shape ahead. It's a boar still upon the road. As you approach, you see that this boar has been torn into, P-Crawl, as if by a large beast. And I would have Reynold and Mordecai rushing to keep up with you here.
Hang on.
As soon as I hear them coming, I'll turn around and telepathically tell them shh.
And you see that there are 2 boars slain here, right by each other. Can you make a survival check, please?
Yes, I will. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to telepathically tell them danger ahead, or basically that concept. It's a 17 for survival.
These 2 boar were running together and killed at the same time, looking, judging by how they've dropped right by each other. And you can see that it was a dragon that dealt this killing blow. Perhaps 2 dragons.
There's a dragon out here with us,
Goody.
slaughtering these bulls. I don't know if it's like competing for it, like one of the nobles, or if it's or if this is all a big setup.
They're not supposed to change from their human forms. They're supposed to be in their forms all the
Yeah.
time. So this is maybe a
Well, that's what
wild
I'm
dragon.
saying. I don't know if it's that or if it's someone cheating. It's like I don't want to like immediately start firing arrows at a dragon or anything.
I think
But-
they would cheat their dragon queen.
Know,
Can you tell how large the dragon was that did this?
well, these 2 right here, he killed both of them in one swoop.
Pretty big.
Yeah, so big enough to do that. I'd say it'd have to be. What would I estimate? This has got to be at least an adult dragon. Probably big.
It very
maybe-
well could be.
Yeah, well, probably like a very large adolescent or maybe even adult dragon.
Now, the group of you are hidden at different points along this path. Is that right? Because you've ducked out of the way of P-Crawl, or have you now convened and come together for this conversation?
Yeah, I think we said at this point we have come together because we don't have any way of communicating from afar
Gotcha.
without.
Okay. And so the group of you are here on the path, and you see the boar before you, and I will go ahead and move you over here.
Can I still hear the dragon or get any semblance of the dragon being around?
You can make a perception check if you like to try to listen for that.
Could I see what kind of damage has been done to the boars? Does it look like it's flames or?
It looks like large claw marks have just thrashed these boar.
I never actually saw the dragon, right? I just heard it.
Right, you have not seen the dragon yet,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And I've moved you guys all to a battle map. Do you have vision of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's wild. Trees are all casting shadows.
I'm gonna go and cast Spirit Guardians on myself in preparation.
Do you want me to take care of the trees?
Third level. No, we're not burning down the forest yet. We'll blame it on a red dragon if that happens, though. Don't worry. Or a bronze one, they all breathe fire. Although Mirut was pretty cool.
So I have an 18 for the perception check from...
I'm sorry. Yes,
that
it was an 18 perception.
Thank you. As your eyes scan the forest, it's hard to see everything around you. You have clear vision for 50 to 60 feet before it's heavily obscured. But you think that you hear something rushing through the trees, something large to the southeast of you.
To the southeast. All right. As soon as I hear that come, I'm gonna say, "Something's coming, scatter," and I'm gonna drop back like immediately.
Rhino dives for a tree.
Okay. If you would like to, you can occupy the same square as a tree to have cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I have a climb speed too, so I can do this without any issue. I'm actually scurry up into this tree very
I'm gonna
quickly.
cast invisibility.
Okay. And as you do so, you see where you had heard the movement. It looks like a white flurry of snow passing quickly. But then you see the tail of the dragon. Roll initiative, please.
Oh god, I hope this isn't an ice dragon. The one thing I was looking out for. I go a 4.
8.
Am I gonna die again from a white dragon?
5.
Let's see if he one shots you this time.
Is Seth just gonna come out of the trees, be like, "I got you in another campaign," and it's just gonna. Ben's like, "It's a surprise round."
Good thing I'm resistant to cold.
Yeah, I took off my cold resistance ring to wear the crown. Like a fool.
That seemed like the right move.
Ben was just waiting.
Well, it was either that or my stone or my armor, and
Yeah, no.
Bahamut forbid, I'm not taking off that stone, and I'm not taking off that armor.
And the dragon comes fiercely through the trees, limbs breaking as it moves. You have seen bigger dragons. As this one approaches, you see it breathe deeply. And let's see here. Will everybody please make Constitution saving throws as a cone of icy spray shoots out, engulfing you.
I
feels
swear,
colder than the
Ben.
storm.
How did you know? How did you know I took off the ring that does this, that prevents this from hurting me so bad?
20 for me.
I could be doing a quarter of all this damage instead of just half.
And you all save, and you'll take half damage here of 41, so 20 damage from the dragon's icy breath.
I'm gonna cast absorb elements on that.
Yeah, I wish that was me.
And the dragon continues lunging and moving quite quickly through the snow here, almost sliding upon it when there's room beneath trees and just greatly accelerating its movement. And Next is P-Crawl.
Already?
One time to take off their ring. Not doing it again.
Does it seem like it's running away from us, or it just like skidded on the ice? Like it
came up close to make this attack, and now it is darted off, seeking the cover of the trees.
I just don't think we should be fighting a dragon out here. Just feels like we're outnumbered. I don't know. I don't like it. Crawl's going to
Damn good. I have a spell active.
Thank you.
I had a roll of concentration.
Crawl's gonna hop down. Ooh, you know what? Just to make sure. Yay! I still know where all the boars are. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Crawl's gonna hop down off the tree and just look at everybody and just be sort of, we're running, right? Yeah.
I don't want to fight it necessarily.
And he's off. 10, 15, 25, 30. Which way was it back to the party? Am I heading back in the right direction?
You were going south on the hunt, so away would be up.
Okay. So 10. Ah, crap. That's more towards them though. All right, yeah, that's fine. I already said that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40. Oop. Keep going. I can't go any further. There he goes. 45. And I am going to, as I'm running, I'm going to pull my scimitar out, and I will hold an attack action in case anything dragony gets too close to me.
Okay, after P-Crawl is Mordecai. You find yourself here in the center of the trail, the dragon moving about.
Do I recognize this dragon from before?
It would be hard to say. You have not. It doesn't bear any resemblance to a dragon that you've seen in the past.
I'm going to look to Reynold and say, would you like me to trap him?
Yes, that's what I'm also going to try to do.
Very well. I'm going to turn to the dragon, and I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
And I need a con save, is that right?
So that is a DC 20 Wisdom save.
Thank you. 4 is not going to do it.
No. So he is... Creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed is spell, it's incapacitated, which means it cannot make actions or reactions. And its speed is 0.
Okay, and you see the dragon's head just lolling about as it's looking at something that you can't even see anymore. Will that be all from Mordecai?
That'll be the end of my turn.
And Reynold, you're next.
Let's see if my... I can't do anything that... Oh, I actually could do something that's better. I'm going to try and cast Banishment on it at a 4th level. Because Banishment...
Constitution saving throw?
This is Charisma.
Oh, thank you.
It's at a DC 18. Because this would not bring it out of its hypnotic stupor that it's in. It would just simply put it away in a different space.
And the creature disappears from sight.
Book it! Run! And Rhinos is going to start running.
I thought you wanted to trap it. Is that mistaken?
No, we gotta go the diplomatic route, because if we kill it, then everyone's gonna be mad at us.
Well, if I knew you were going to do that, I'd have got the boar's heads off of them before we left. Dang.
That's fine, it's fine. And Rhinoceros is gonna run north.
But what if it hunts us down again?
Well, we'll keep trapping it. We can't have gotten that far.
All right. I'll follow your lead.
And we just run.
Okay, Reynold, you begin following after P. Crawl.
Yep.
Okay. And
I ain't killing a dragon at a dragon wedding.
arrows.
Yeah, not a Dragon Con.
That's political suicide.
Arrows fly through the air, Reynold. And what is your AC, please?
It's 19.
And there's a volley of arrows.
Randall's like, I'm being assassinated again. Come on.
And one of them strikes you as you run, and you notice that these arrows are coming from out of the woods, and you hear a shout, "Over there, got one!"
I'm not a boar.
And P-Crawl, as you are darting ahead and looking behind for your allies, you turn suddenly and slam into a tall, heavy-set dragon abomination, the one that you met days earlier, who tried to strike you down on the edge of the chasm. He is there before you, wielding his sword. Didn't think you'd get away so easy, did you?
I have a held action attack, so can I go ahead and do that?
Yes, please do.
Okay. I will. Yeah, we'll just do that. So it's gonna be a 14.
14 will not do it.
Okay. How about a 30?
A 30. That's more like it.
Okay, cool. I have that absorb elements still from before.
Okay.
So this is gonna get an extra d6 of cold damage on it. So it'll be 12 slashing and 5 cold.
Okay. And again, there's something familiar about this creature. You see it in their eyes. And a serrated sword slashes at you quickly, twice. And this will be +6 each time. 23.
Yeah. The 6 will miss, though.
Okay. Oh, that was weird. Oh, I have 2 plus signs. Okay.
That's the same result. That's different.
There we go. Take 13 damage from the attack, and his tail whips around, much like a dragon would fight with their own tail, for 22 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
You'll take 9 bludgeoning damage. And
Okay.
please make a strength saving throw.
13.
And you're knocked to the ground as the girth of this tail slams into you.
Okay.
And Mordecai, you hear another dragon's roar and quickly turn. And there's a dragon descending upon you from over the tops of the trees. And it does not strike with its breath, but instead tries to rend you with its claws first.
What color is this dragon?
This is a white dragon.
Okay. And what size?
It is as large as a large wagon. It's not the largest dragon you fought before. The same size as the other. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
And a 10. So from the first claw, take 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the dragon tries to bite you. With a 9, will miss. And this dragon roars here, not fleeing as the other one did. Next is P-Crawl.
Okay. So P-Crawl from the ground. You mentioned again that I recognize the eyes of this creature.
Yes.
Somehow.
They seem keen and pointed, but deep in their pupils, it's a milky gray color.
We met somebody. Who was that?
Probably.
He's having trouble placing it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't. So, Pickrell is going to use his bonus action to use his favored foe ability and mark this creature as his favorite foe for now.
Okay.
And then he is. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait 1 second. No, I'm sorry. That's not the bonus action. The bonus action is what's it called? Planar Warrior. That's the one. Yeah, so I'm going to mark him with my bonus action with my Planar Warrior ability.
Okay.
Then I'm going to attack. So before my attack action, I get to teleport 10 feet. I'm going to use that to basically just standing up. I'm going to teleport in place, standing up.
Okay.
And I'm going to take that first attack with against him. So it'll be a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. With the attack is when I'm able to apply my favored foe thing to him. So now I have that attack to him attached to him as well.
Okay.
And I believe, yeah, I can do that. So, all right. So let me roll the damage on all of that. It's a lot of extra. Okay.
Nice.
So this is actually all force damage. So it's going to be 23 points force damage.
Okay.
Total.
And you dealt the additional damage?
Yeah, that's all
Nice.
that's Planar Warrior and Favored Foe.
Okay.
And then I do get I get my second attack.
Hey-o.
Which will be a 30.
Almost.
Both of those extra things are just once per turn, so this is just going to be straight damage.
Okay.
And that will be 11 points of slashing damage for that one.
Wow. Okay. Well done.
I'm just double checking that real quick just to make sure that is only for the one attack.
It looks like it on Planar Warrior.
Yeah, it is. It is on both of them. Yeah, it's both of them. It's the first time you hit them.
Okay.
So, okay. And yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna do that, and I'll just stand right in front of them, trying to figure out who I recognize those eyes from.
After P-Crawl is Mordecai. And before Mordecai, briefly, Reynold, did you save for banishment when you were struck by the arrow?
I did, yes.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Mordecai.
So I'm going to have Lucky be my little lucky charm for this attack. He's going to provide the help action. I'm going to Eldritch Blast up on this dragon.
Okay.
So my first one would be with advantage, but I believe he's within melee of me.
Yes.
So it's a straight roll.
Thank you.
So
Heyo.
All right.
Nat 20 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be a critical.
Oh,
Ooh,
beautiful.
20,
Oh my
24.
goodness.
Nice.
So he's going to take 24 damage and get pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to blast him twice more. So these are also going to be straight rolls.
I thought the dragon got banished.
New dragon.
One
There's
dragon's
two
banished.
dragons.
Other
There's
dragons.
another one showed. Oh, okay.
Also, did you save Mordecai as from your hypnotic pattern?
It doesn't matter because he's banished. The time is the same. But I can make a constitution save.
Well, yes, but if I lose it and he
I
comes
see.
back, he'll still be hypnotized. But
Okay.
Start with that
Let
save
me-
and then roll damage for those 2 hits.
So I make con saves with advantage when it comes to
concentration.
concentration because of one of my warlock invocations.
One of your invocations, yeah.
Very good.
That's so cool.
Saves.
Okay. And that'll be a 22 and a 23 to hit.
Both hit.
Awesome. So that's another 25 damage.
Okay.
Good rolls.
Now, is
My
the dragon
lord.
pushed on both hits?
Yes, so that's another 20 feet. So he's 30 feet away from me now.
Okay.
And I'm going to move another 30 feet. Towards... Do I see Pickrell?
You do see... I believe you see him ahead on the ground. Yeah. Kind of towards the top left of the screen there.
No, he's standing up now.
In
He
that
popped
case,
up.
Very good.
in that case, I'm gonna move 30 feet towards him. So you said to top left. Can
There
you?
we go.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Sorry, I still can't see him. Oh, I see. Okay.
Hidden in the trees.
And yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. After Mordecai is Reynold.
Okay. Reynold is going to step down 5 feet, so he has good sight of this white dragon. He's going to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon right next to him as a second level. He is going to make an attack. He's going to spawn it right next to the white dragon on top of him. Go north a little bit.
Very
and
good.
he's going to make a attack roll against him. Hold on, I have... It's one of the few things I actually have a bind for. That is a 29.
Hits.
This almost never hits, so this is great. 7 force damage, a measly 7. And then, as a bonus action, Reynold is going... as an action, Reynold is going to... Do I have vision of the guy Pickrell is fighting? I could see him on the map, so I assume...
If you see him on the map, then you could see him, yep.
Okay, then
If
I'm
you're
gonna...
making your ranged attack and there's trees between, then they'll have +2 to their AC.
Well, the good thing this doesn't rely on AC. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. I need a Wisdom save of 18.
+2. Fails.
Okay, so he's going to take 3d12 because he's already hurt of necrotic damage. It's 20 total.
And this bell sounds, and the monstrosity that resembles a dragon, if you had not seen a dragon before, it falls to the ground and withers and shrivels up. And as it passes and begins shriveling, you see another form that you recognize, Pickrell. You see Acto, the leader of the people of Shinduras who had sought your help in the temple earlier. And she was this creature, now slain. Will that be all from Reynold?
And then I'm gonna step in the trees just next to me. Actually, I'm gonna go a little bit further with my movement. Yeah, I'm gonna step into these trees all the way up here to get cover from arrows that are seemingly trying to kill me. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. And another volley of arrows comes. This time, many more arrows, seeming to have heard the call of this other archer. I'm going to give a D10 to this first attack of the 3 here. Or excuse me, 2 of the 2.
AC 19. All right.
So, okay, 24 from the first will hit. For 7 damage.
This is to me, right?
Yes, to Reynold.
Okay.
And if
wait. 21 AC, if that changes anything.
So I'm sorry, the D10 was going to be added to the first attack.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'll call out which one I'm adding it to before I make the attack. I think I'm supposed to with Archer's Eye. Then another 2 arrows fly through the air. The first one I'll add a D10 to.
Save.
So a 21 and a 17.
One just hits.
For 9 damage.
Alright, saves again. Man, they are really coming after me.
And I'm sorry, I will add the 10 to the first attack as I have been. I'll continue to do that. 14 to miss, a 19.
Miss, because I have cover from the tree.
Thank you. And then 2 more arrows, the final 2 of these 8 arrows.
Please stop. I'm not a boar. I'm not a part of this hunt.
And I was adding my D10 to my attacks, so a 26 and a 23.
Both.
Okay, from the first arrow, 7, and your save, please. 20.
Good.
Okay. And then from the second arrow, you'll take 5 damage and a 15 to save. Ha, dang.
I add 9 to these.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's why they're so high.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I add up how much damage I've taken.
Well played, well played.
Yeah.
And arrows are just sticking into you from out of the trees. You some distance away. They're firing from, over 100 feet away, but you can perhaps catch a glimpse of 1 or 2 of them, and you see that there's just a small group of these hunters circling around you.
Well, I got bigger problems.
And the dragon leaps through the air.
Yep.
Rushing towards Mordecai. And it inhales and releases its icy breath. Mordecai and Reynold.
Oh, great.
And P. Crawl, will you please make Constitution saving throws as this cone comes out of the dragon's mouth?
15.
15 for me as well.
Okay, 15 was the number to beat. Well done.
Yay.
You will take half damage. Okay, so 22 damage each from the icy breath of this dragon, and it just rears up before you, Mordecai.
So that's 11 for me. I have resistance.
And I'm going to do another absorb elements on that.
Okay.
I save on my concentration.
And I need to make a Constitution save.
Please do.
So that's with advantage. Constitution.
Me too.
All right. You're really keeping that boar spell up,
I'm
man.
locked
You're
in
not
hard on those
losing
boards,
that.
man.
After this, we're
every
immediately going
single
back to
boar-
getting
It's on the
more.
periphery,
yeah, man.
periphery of your mind. You sense 2 boar running in the distance.
The competition is still on. So
This is
Let
only
me
like a minute of combat anyway.
yeah.
I'm sorry, that was my dragons. Next is P. Crawl.
Okay. So You said this one in front of me got knocked down, and it's what's her
And
name?
it was Acto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Is she like back in their regular form now, or do they still look like this?
She withered through that form, revealing it to you. It seems as though the draconian form was her dominant form, and she appears now in that visage, slain, seemingly.
Does she? Can I tell if she is dead? Dead?
At first glance, she seems dead.
At first glance. All right.
Yeah, you feel as though the magic cast upon her took her life.
Shoot.
That was nice to her.
All right. Well, I have to try. I'm gonna just throw a first level cure wounds on her, just to. But that's what Betrayal would do. He would try to.
Okay, give me a D20 roll, please. We'll play a little game of chance. 15 and up, she's alive.
Okay, but if I roll a 1, it kills me.
Yeah. Your life force gets sucked out.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
14. Okay, not meant to be. She doesn't respond to your magic, Betrayal.
Well, we have someone that can bring people back.
Yeah, I got Revivify. It's fine. She's gonna have to pay us back, of course, but
Yeah, that's what I'll because I mean I have Revivify too, but I don't have any diamonds. So
we
Okay.
gotta change that.
yeah, so I'm just gonna holler for Reynold.
I mean,
In a minute.
After Betrayal is Mordecai.
I got Revivify too. I just left it in my other pants, you know.
Yeah, spell scroll. Gotcha.
So I still have a dragon breathing down my neck, and I don't
yes.
like it. I don't like it one bit. So, you know what? Lucky has given me so much luck. I'm gonna try the same thing again.
Okay.
So, I have her breathing down my neck. He's gonna give me advantage. She's giving me disadvantage. So it's gonna be a straight roll.
Very good.
25.
Hits.
That'll be 12 damage. Okay. And it's pushed 10 feet. Still alive.
It is, yes.
One more blast. 30
Hits.
for 12 more damage and another 10 feet.
And the creature's blasted by your magic, but still alive, now bloodied.
One more blast. It's 20.
20 hits.
That'll be 12 more damage.
Okay.
And it's pushed another 10 feet. It's still looking healthy.
Well, it's badly injured, but it is alive and roaring still.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use my movement to move another 30 feet away.
Okay.
And I'm just going to look at it menacingly. I've hurt you a lot more than you've hurt me. Think about your next move.
Next is Reynold.
I can't see on the map where my hook is, my spiritual weapon, but I know he's down there a little bit.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't place it.
Oh, he was like over here somewhere or something like that. He was low. I just want to see where he's at before I move on.
I'll have to pull it out. You can if it was next to the dragon moved I think 70 feet, something like that.
I think we got pushed back a bunch too.
Oh, you're right. We can say it's within range of movement.
Okay, I'll use my bonus action to move him. Take a paltry swing that's probably not going to hit, even though it has a plus 10 to hit.
Okay.
29. I stand corrected.
That'll hit.
For a paltry 7 force damage again.
Okay.
And then, as my action, I'm going to cast. Since it's the only real enemy on the battlefield, I'm going to cast. Ooh, maybe a Flame Strike. What does Flame Strike do? Ooh, Flame Strike seeming kind of nice.
Let's have it.
I won't do it though. I lied. I'm going to
Okay.
do a Guiding Bolt instead.
Very good.
I'm going to do this at a 4th level. So that's an extra 46 of radiant damage.
Okay.
So this is 86. I need a roll to hit, of course, which I would do right now. Range spell attack. I think I have a button for that. Do I? I do. Yes, I do. 21?
21 will hit.
Okay, then we're going to roll 4th level. This would be 22 radiant damage, and then it glows, and whoever hits it next will have advantage.
Okay.
As
Is
he
that all
kind
from
of just
Reynold?
he kind of peeps around a tree and pew, and a little bolt of, funnily enough, silvery light goes and strikes it in the chest, and then he just kind of ducks behind, and you'll call it there.
And the dragon, illuminated, turns and runs, galloping, lifting into the air quickly, swiftly flying away, and you lose sight of the dragon over the treetops. And there are no more volleys of arrows, at least that you hear or feel at this moment.
Right. Well, still got a dragon in banishment that we got to take care of.
Reynold,
What?
come here.
Oh,
Bring a diamond. Bring a diamond.
Okay, I'm coming. And his short, stubbly legs, he runs on over to go and, sorry, I can't move my guy because he's stuck in the tree. But
I've got Akasha now, like kind of like holding her, like sitting her up against my chest, kind of leaned up into me.
all right,
Okay.
I'm healing this person. Oh, it's Acto. Yeah, healer, sure.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And
That's
I'll go and
Yep.
cast a Revivify on her at 3rd level, using a diamond to do so, because I don't know this was this dragon being. So hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. So Reynold presses a diamond to her chest, and then takes his hammer and daintily taps it, and it crushes into dust, and it flows into her, and bright golden energy shines out. She's brought back to the living.
And Acto coughs, and I had narrated that she was passing between each form and more settled towards the dragon form, but it's fine and suits the narrative that as you rush up, she is in, human form, and you revive her. She sputters.
Oh, you died. I don't know how you got here, but
Thank you for saving me.
welcome back.
Yeah.
We're kind of on a time crunch here because there's a white dragon attempting to kill us.
Right then.
Yeah. So let's go find out why the sisters are wanting to be so mean, huh?
Yeah. Well, we got one of them in a banishment spell right now. Time's kind of ticking on that.
I'm not feeling myself. Maybe I should meet you
you
back
need to
at
get-
camp.
Yeah.
Can I get an insight check on that?
You can.
Okay. I'm just so insightful,
She seems
That's
quite
a
hurt.
5. She looks hurt.
Yes. If you wouldn't mind,
You look quite hurt. Why don't you stay with us? We wouldn't want you.
Yeah, I can heal
Falling
you.
ill.
I can bring you back.
the dragon will be back, you say, so I would rather
Well,
leave, if that's all right.
That's fair.
You stay with Reynold, and we'll take care of the dragon. How about that?
Yeah, you stay with me.
I'll just be leaving, and she moves to walk away back towards the encampment. Do you apprehend
Okay.
her?
I got no reason to. I don't know why she's here. Bye. Enjoy the feast. Oh, Carl, why was she here? Did you find her dead?
No, she was like disguised. She was like under the effects of somebody else. She was that. She showed up as that. You remember that? Did you see that big bloke I was fighting?
Oh, that was her.
I don't know if that was her then, but like, it was her now. And then like,
why did I bring her back then if she was trying to kill us?
Because I don't think it's like, I don't think she was doing it intentionally, right? It's like she was like under control. She was
she one of those things that like had the egg ritual. Oh, we gotta hurry. There's a dragon about to come back that we gotta take care of. So yeah, let's head back.
All right.
And as you turn around, the dragon begins to materialize. You can already a powerful attack if you like, and please begin by making that attack against the dragon if that is what you wish to do, as the dragon reemerges. And we'll begin with P-Crawl.
I want to cast a spell that might help them, but we can do an initiative as well. It doesn't matter to me.
Actually, I was going to ask if I could cast a summoning spell before it gets here.
Unfortunately, I think what just took place is going to eat up the remainder of the minute. Some of it had already transpired in battle as well, so it's just going to kind of come back to being now. I forget exactly where it was. I'm going to place it right there. Okay. And we'll just start with P-Crawl first.
Yeah, P-Crawl is going to cast...
I'll move you guys a little bit closer too if you like, or if not. I
Yeah,
imagine you would have been approaching as it begins to materialize.
We're going to do some good old-fashioned conjuring of animals.
Uh-oh.
With the... who we get?
I have a plan, boys.
That can't be the right thing. Sorry, I was looking at one, but it's like way more than I thought it was going to be. Let's just do the dire wolves.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna pop out their challenge 1, so I get 2 of them. So 2 dire wolves show up, and I'm gonna have them positioned like right outside of the like right next to where the dragon's going to appear.
Okay.
And it says to roll their own initiative. I think the way you rolled it is that you were just having them go after me.
Yeah, we'll have it go directly after your turn.
Yeah, so I'll command them to both ready attack actions against the dragon.
Sure, and they'll be triggered here as this occurs. We'll have them both bite. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a bite attack.
Okay. I'm not sure if you have access to the...
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you did. My mistake. I'll let you roll. Sorry about that.
Oh, man, I should let you do yours. Pretty sure those both missed.
You'll have advantage, so because of pack tactics.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So 18 and 19 then.
I think you only made 1 attack.
Oh, yeah, I did. The other one was you. Okay. I thought I clicked it twice. So an 18 and a 19.
And a 19. Yep, they'll both hit. Yep.
Okay. All right. So it's 8 and 10 piercing damage.
Okay. And then after P-Crawl, is that all for your turn? Yes, because the beast just went.
Yeah. Can that big ass dragon be knocked prone? I don't think there's much point in them making a DC 13 strength save.
I don't know. You could roll 1.
Probably has plus $1 million.
Not as good as you would think, actually.
Not a big dragon.
Okay.
14.
14 will do it.
Okay.
Another one?
Oh yeah, I did get 2 attacks.
We're min-maxing this encounter that we're going to murder this dragon.
I want to see a dire wolf knock over a dragon. That's all.
That's also would be a nice thing to see.
An 11.
Not today. Okay.
Sorry, Mordecai.
No, it's knocked prone. It doesn't beat the 13
I
with the
thought,
11. my
I
friend.
thought it had to be 13.
No, I
Yeah,
said
that's-
sorry.
11. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gets knocked
I'm
prone.
sorry, I was so confused. First, I was trying to figure out why I needed these strength throws, but I see now. And as they ravage the dragon, it's bit and falls upon the ground, landing harshly on a wing. And then
I'll say
Mordecai,
since they're doing pack tactics, the one will like nip at him, and when the dragon turns to attack at that one, the other one will grab its like foot and pull it, just kind of yank it out from under him and drop her down on his shoulder.
Nice. Okay, next is Mordecai.
I'm grateful for this because that means it's gonna have disadvantage. I cast Fireball
Oh no!
My wolves!
at
I
5th
just
level.
put them there.
That's 10d6. DC
I've-
20.
I said sorry, Mordecai, because I thought you were gonna do like an Eldritch Blast, and you're gonna have disadvantage on
12 fails the save. All right,
that. Yikes!
do your worst.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to enact my plan after this.
It's
Oh,
fine.
this is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be
So 10d6,
for us.
which is below average. Below average.
Okay.
27 fire damage.
Oh yeah, don't forget the wolves.
So one saves.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. Okay. And then the other will take the full 27 damage. Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. And I'll let you then control their stats and everything, Chris.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
got it.
Chris.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Chris, but Eldritch Blast would have been at disadvantage from.
No,
distance
it's
of his
okay.
prone.
You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do.
That
After Mordecai is Reynold.
golden opportunity. I don't fault you a bit. Reynold is going to do a simply. His spectral weapon's gone. It's been longer than however long it's been on the field. He's gonna cast Hold Monster at 5th level. I need a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. It is
6.
paralyzed for a minute,
Okay.
and then Reno's gonna say out, I think I can geas it and turn it to our side. I just need a minute to cast it.
Hang on before you do that.
That's my plan.
I'm sorry, and I know we just went over the names and stuff, but can you just remind me really quick the two sisters that we met that
Wait,
called me
Esath
Goblin?
and Vita.
Yes,
Isath.
Isath and Vita.
Isath
Wait,
and
can-
Vita.
Can't you control it with your crown?
Only wormlings, and this is not a wormling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you begin to cast the other spell, you'll drop your concentration.
One's concentration, one isn't. Geas is a non-concentration spell because after you cast it, it stays on for 30 days.
Oh, right. Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
I guess
This
so.
is a good combo. This is what War Priest gives you, and this is great.
And
But
so
that's my turn.
the white dragon has been dragged to the ground by the wolves and surrounded, and essentially, the threat has been neutralized. Reynold, if you would like to cast that spell, you can go ahead and do so.
All right, I'm gonna cast a spell. I need a DC 17 Wisdom or DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. I don't know why it's 17 on that, but yeah.
A 13.
All right, so Ben's plan not working out as intended. All right, so for the next 30 days, it must. While the creature is charmed by you, it takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to your instructions, but no more than once a day, meaning that it can only get hurt once a day for 5d10. You can issue any command you choose, short of an activity that will result in certain death. You can end the spell early, and a remove curse, a greater restoration, or a wish spell also ends it. Ben, would you allow me to upcast that by chance? Because I forgot I could do that.
I'm afraid I feel like if you forgot you could do it and now you're realizing it, I would have to say no.
Okay, damn. I can't get this person under our control for a year then. That's sad.
Okay.
But
Always try again another time.
yeah. So for the next 30 days, our friend. So this is like a Rio situation, pretty much, but bigger. So after the paralysis wears off, I wait for the white dragon to shake off the effects, and I say, "Hey, so what's your name? Isath? Vita? Which one of the sisters are ya?"
She roars and shrinks to humanoid form, and you recognize one of the twins you met earlier. She says, "I am Vita. Where is my sister Isath?"
We
ran her off.
Yeah, we heard her pretty good. She flew off that way. Don't leave though.
Probably mad.
So, couple questions. 1, why are you attacking us? 2, are those archers under your purview that were shooting volleys at me? And 3, we don't have to fight. I'll be your friend. Not a big deal. That's kind of it.
Well, to be honest, it was just a bit of sport on my end. The archers, no, I saw them. I had a couple for myself already. We were given some gold. Acto, have you met her?
Yeah, we revived her after we killed her, and she ran away.
Yes. She offered to pay handsomely, and since it is a hunt, it is all in sports, all in good fun.
Now I
She
get
offered
that.
to pay handsomely for what? The balls?
No, us.
Oh no! Yes, the three of you, either or
Well,
any.
you talking about the hunt? Just making sure.
No, it's the same
What's her
thing.
price?
Forgive
Then why
me
you
and
slaughtering?
her-
Then
her
why you
fangs
slaughtering
flash.
why you slaughtering all the balls then? Like you messed these up real good. I could have got the heads.
Hey, I got a job for you.
Take the head still if you like. We did not harm them. It was just a warm up, let's say.
I got a job for you. All will be forgiven if you just
Okay.
well, plus some other stuff that we'll determine later. This is not just the only thing that you're gonna do to make up for almost killing us. But if you go ahead and collect a bunch of warheads and deliver them to us so we can win this hunt, then that'd be great.
I find myself so receptive to your requests. It's strange.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was gonna do that. It's
I wish
fine.
you
We
would
only
not put the
lost, like,
spell
30
upon
seconds.
me.
No, most people don't.
I don't want to compete, of course, with you, Master P. Crawl. Fine hunter you've shown yourself to be.
Oh shucks.
You can
Not
hunt
bad for
together.
a goblin-looking fella, huh?
Yes, let us hunt together.
That's all it took for you.
It was a compliment of being a hunter. That was it.
Pickrell is very easily swayed. You have no idea.
Hey,
Flattery will
can't
get you
knock
everywhere.
Much better
Flattery will
manners
get
than
you
any
everywhere.
better manners than any goblin I've met.
All
for the
right,
record,
let's not push it. So,
for the record, Vita, you're not the first person I've forgiven that has literally stabbed me in the back for money. You're like the third, I think.
Yes, your
keep
forgiveness
tapping
is well known.
Yeah.
maybe that's the problem.
Well, they don't do it again
Some would
afterwards.
say it is a trait of weakness.
Well, I'm still alive, aren't I?
Sorry, guys. Give me just 2 seconds, okay?
Sure.
Well,
You are aware that transforming to dragon form was against the rules.
Oh, I know. I figured, though, since we weren't formally invited, then how could we officially break any rules?
that's the thing. That's true.
I like it.
Wow. Seems like we're all friends now. Took a little persuasion, but we're all good.
I don't have much of a choice in the matter. If
Yeah.
I understand correctly what has happened to me.
You probably do.
Very well. My sister might come back for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did you hurt her badly?
Yeah, pretty badly. She's not dead, though. I can go heal her if you want. I will do that. I just don't want people attacking me.
We could use more friends.
No, literally, Vita, I have no qualm with you or your sister at all. I find it kind of messed up that you and your mother weren't invited to the event.
That
I'm
is
willing
messed up.
I understand that you were paid to do this by a person that we now have beef with, who I thought I was friends with before, and we'll go sort out our issue with that later. But as far as I'm concerned, I have no qualms with you. You're paid to do a job, whatever. You got your money.
Well, if you
And-
will not harm my sister, I will call to her then.
Yeah.
Isath! And her yell is mingled with the roar of a dragon. And presently her sister comes walking through the trees in humanoid form, her twin. Long flowing blonde hair, the white and gray robes. Yes,
Hey.
Isath, they will help you. It's okay. They are our friends now. She rolls her eyes.
Yusef, before you say anything, I know it's weird, but if you want, I can start off by healing you.
That will be fine. She gives a questioning glance to her sister. Well, you know, we couldn't get the job done, and there's no harm in making friends.
And
Yeah.
don't worry.
Especially when it doesn't really seem like you got much of a choice, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Lisa laughs.
I like her humor. It's great.
It's very true. It's very true. I don't think that she really has much either. Anyway, I'm gonna go find a new friend that I just foolishly
Brought back.
let walk away. Yeah, be right back. She owes us quite a bit, and
I mean, hey, wait a second. We could have a meeting take place between Isath and Vita and her, and they could say, "Hey, job's done. Just a follow up, and we can ambush her, and call it good."
Oh.
And hey, after this, you won't have any issues with her, most likely, because either she'll be dead, or same thing that happened to you will happen
Now,
to
Piccolo,
her.
doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah, hunting a person instead of boar.
right, yeah.
No?
I just feel like we need to go find out where she went. But I don't think she was acting on her own by herself, trying to get us killed.
That's okay. We can make her our friend. That's not hard to do.
Well, I don't imagine she'll be feeling very well after having been killed. She's
Yeah.
probably still recovering somewhere.
She owes me a diamond.
Exactly.
Piccolo, then do you go to get Actos?
Yeah, we got. I don't like it. We got to catch her. I'm gonna turn and see if I can catch up with her. I got 45 feet of movement, so I'll try to do a full dash, see if I can catch up with her before she gets back to like the party and everything.
Okay. You feel as though you've taken yourself to where you might have run into her if she was in this area. There's no sign of Actos as you try to catch her, and trying for even perhaps a couple of minutes, she must have already made it back somehow or have gone somewhere else where you will be unable to find her.
Okay, I want to use my detect portal ability. Is there any portals of any sort within a mile of here?
You detect a portal far away on the outskirts of Tom de la, beneath the hill that creeps up to where the Rose Garden of the Sacrament is.
Okay, but that's too far away for what?
Yeah, it doesn't seem
Like anything
related.
she could have got to. Okay.
Hey, I got an idea. I could scry.
Oh yeah, do that.
All right. I'm gonna take 10 minutes, and then at 6th level, I'm gonna upcast it. I'm gonna scry on her. I'm gonna cast scry. So
Okay.
I'd say I am familiar with her pretty well, firsthand. I would say.
During the
Which
casting of this spell, is everybody going to be waiting around just keeping watch, or do you have other things you'd like to do? Mordecai?
I am watching the sister carefully, the one I attacked.
Gotcha.
Carl is probably Pakral would be checking just right in the immediate outskirts around us without wandering off too far for any more boar.
Okay. Oh, yes, P-Crawl, let's go for a hunt. This is so boring.
I must ask.
Boring. I'll see what you did there.
Yes, Lord Mordecai.
I must ask, how much were you offered?
Oh, well, I don't want to embarrass you. How much do you think you would be worth?
Forgive me for saying so, but more than likely more than you were offered. I don't think you charged enough.
Perhaps not, looking back. 2,000 gold a head, 10,000 for the lot.
It's not a bad deal.
Nothing
Not
to sneeze
bad.
at.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We're
Enough to
doing
fill
the
the
math.
coffers. But I suspect we won't be making that money now. And so you cast scrying, and where your sight takes you, you see Actos and a small group of archers returning to the south lawn of Shinduras at the camp.
Reynold comes back out of the scrying. He's like, well, she's going to the southern lawn. That's where the Shindoris people are sitting at. She doesn't know that
Did
we're
she?
on to her, I would say. I don't know. But
Was she talking with anybody else? So meet with
she was
anyone?
with the archers that were shooting at me earlier, so they're
No
all
one
in
else
on
you
it.
recognize.
But that she's the only notable figure. I can cast Geas again, and it would be more powerful and more potent and would last vastly longer. But I would need to have a minute with her. And I am not subtle about my casting, so I can't just do it in a room next to her. I would have to. We would have to do the catch and bag 'em routine that we did, kind of with the butler back at the manor. You remember that?
Right, but better.
With Rio. Yeah.
Reynold,
What?
if we must hold her, I have a way. But I would suggest that they are somewhat in our debt, considering they just tried to kill us. So perhaps we can try talking it out. And
We
if
could
that
try
doesn't-
talking out. Sure. I'm just saying this is like an ultimate solution.
Won't
that
you
that
will-
leave
doesn't
us out
work.
of this, though? We've already given you
Oh.
so much information. We'd hate to
Yeah.
cause a stir, and there's been so much drama already with our mother's invitation
I'll tell
being
you what.
lost.
In exchange for all the help and information that you've given us,
Yes.
we will offer you and in exchange for that, and also an agreement that you're not going to come back and try to kill us all again. Yeah, we in exchange will forgive you for attempting to murder us. Won't
Yes.
tell anybody that you were cheating during the hunt and using your dragon form, which you weren't supposed to do. That was against the rules. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, you're gonna get in trouble. Don't do that. And we'll let all this be kind of water in the bridge. That feels like a fair deal. Yeah.
Also, if we need it, a meeting with you and Actos if we need to get her alone. But that's like after that, I consider you guys friends, and we don't need to do any more of this fucking deal
Yeah.
business.
And we promise
also,
not
I
to
think
kill
we
you
could
in your
probably-
sleep.
And yeah, I have a great place you could sleep. You won't die in your sleep. It's great.
You know who might be upset about this as well is Kurthak. You know, he's quite angry that these eggs are being taken and put to whatever ends, but I'm sure you know that. Oh, well, I think we can agree to this, and how about we meet you back at the party? Would you like me to collect more boar heads for you, Master Peacrawl?
How many have I collected in the course of all this?
There's the 2 from originally, and then I'd say you've slayed another 2 over the course of keeping watch and various activities.
Okay. Plus, there was the 2 that were already there. That the
Yes,
dragon
I
had
don't
killed.
think you'll win with 6.
Yeah, might need a few more. We still got time, right? Hunt's still on. We haven't been here that long.
It's been I don't know, 10 minutes.
Better get hunting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the 2 ladies will go off into the forest, perhaps to hunt as dragons, or otherwise it will be up to them. And that's where we will pause the adventure for this evening. And we'll continue again next week at 6 Pacific. If you're enjoying the story, make sure you say hello in the chat on Twitch, or pass us a message on Discord. We're on Twitter at The Heroes Era, on Instagram at @the_Heroes Era, and we're on TikTok at The Heroes Era. And we're trying to publish clips every week, just fun stuff from the sessions. So look out for that. Look for those to drop probably by Friday, weekly. And those will be on like YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok and Instagram. So if you follow us on one of those platforms, watch for that. Feel free to, drop into the Discord, as I said, and say hello. And I don't know.
You really should follow us on all of the platforms, though.
Everywhere.
If you want the full experience.
Come and talk to us on Discord. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
Come and play in one-shots with us on Discord.
Yeah.
Come on, come meet your heroes. Come on.